أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي ربي زدني علما أجمعين إن شاء الله اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to LQ Milton class number 65 after a break of about 3 weeks, vacation schedules and Eid al-Adha. So welcome you all. Before we went on break, we were on book 2 lesson number 17 and we were trying to understand the concept of al-masdar, original verbal noun. In class number 64 we had a very brief introduction of al-masdar. Today we are going to repeat what we learned and try to put things together so that we understand what is al-masdar and what is al-masdar al-muawwal. On the board, al-masdar and al-masdar muawwal, you can see there is an arrow which means they are interchangeable. They are interchangeable. Let us try to understand what al-masdar is. On the board we have said it is original or a verbal noun. It is derived from a verb. Okay. In the last class, in the DNA of a fail or a verb, there are basically 3 things. What are those 3 things? There is an action, there is a tense, a period, or there is a doer of the action. So when I say jalasa, jalasa mean he sat. Now this gives me, if I do a surgery on jalasa, this gives me all these 3 ingredients. Jalasa, this is an action of sitting. He sat, who is sitting? He, third person singular, and the action happened in the past. That is what the verb is. But if I have to go and do a surgery on a verb and remove from its DNA the doer of the action and the period or the tense, what remains? Action only. And that action is called al-masdar or a verbal noun. Okay. So, for example, when I say jalasa, he sat, and I would go and surgically remove the doer of the action and the period or the tense, what remains is the sitting, is in action of sitting, just sitting. So when I say sitting, it does not give me who is sitting and when did this action happen. When I say shariba and I do a surgery on shariba, the only thing remains is the action of drinking. Zara, he visited, I do the same surgery, what remains is the action of visiting. That is al-masdar, and that is a noun. And what do we know about nouns? Nouns, they decline, they become marfu, they become mansoob, and they become majroor. So, once we derive a noun from a verb, it will inherit all those qualities that a noun has. Okay? It will inherit all those qualities a noun has. It can become marfu, mansoob, or majroor. And what about nouns? Nouns can be subject, nouns can be maf'ul, nouns can be fa'il, nouns can be mudaf alayh. They have different role, they play a different role in a sentence. Similarly, verbal noun play same role depending on where the masdar is coming, what is the grammatical value of masdar in that sentence. Similarly, so it's no different than a noun, but we call it al masdar, a verbal noun, because they are basically derived from the verb. So now I think masdar is clear. Let's talk about English grammar a little bit. Why? Because now we want to understand the concept of al masdar al muawwal, interpreted original, original interpreted original. Okay, and interpreted original or al masdar al muawwal comes in the Quran. It does come in the Quran. So once it comes, we should be able to identify it. Okay. English grammar. If I say I want, then everybody is looking at me and saying I want what? So I said I want to sit. This to sit in English grammar, I am not going to go too much detail in English grammar because that is not what we are learning, but I am just saying to sit is an object. Remember transitive verbs and the non-transitive verbs, mutaddi verbs and the ghair mutaddi verbs. So when I say I want, or in Arabic we say uridu, then immediately the mind is wondering I want what? Then I have to bring in the object. So to sit in English grammar is called infinitive. This to sit is basically playing a role of an object, and objects are nouns. Or I can say I want sitting. In English grammar there is also an alternatively, just the action of sitting is called gerund, right? Gerund. Or alternatively I can say I want sitting. Now there are rules in English grammar when we would use the gerund. We are not going into those details, but I am just saying that alternatively I can say I want to sit or I want sitting. Similarly, in Arabic grammar, al masdar original can be replaced with al masdar al muawwal. Okay. You want to drink or drinking, we want to visit or visiting. So in Arabic grammar, alternatively we can use either to visit or visiting, to drink or drinking, to sit or sitting. Okay. Now when I say al masdar, let's think about it as a verbal noun or gerund if you want to, but then how do I say in Arabic jalasa, to sit? But before we go onto that thing, let's talk about al masdar. Al masdar, when we derive nouns from the verb, there are different patterns. So just for the sake of understanding, there are many patterns, 40 patterns. We don't have to memorize them, they automatically would come with practice. Just giving the 3 examples of different patterns: fu'ulun, fu'ulun and fi'alatun, 3 different patterns. So jalasa, when we make the masdar out of jalasa, it will be, we will use the pattern fu'ulun. Julusun, julus is an Urdu word, we know what julus means, right? shariba, when we make a masdar out of shariba, we will use a pattern of fa'ulun, shurbun. Zara, he visited, we will make the masdar out of the pattern of fi'alatun, ziyaratun, ziyara, we went to ziyara. Abada, he worshipped, ya'budu, fa'il would be abidun, fa'ilun on a pattern of fa'il, the maf'ul will be ma'budun, we know ma'bud, the one who is worshipped, and then the masdar will be ibadatun. Remember ibadat? In Urdu we say ibadat, that's masdar. Masdar derived from on a pattern of fi'alatun from abada. So there are different patterns of masdar. So think about julusun, julusun means sitting, shurbun means drinking, ziyaratun mean visiting, right, and then there are nouns, and nouns can be marfu, can be mansub, can be majroor, and they can play different roles in a sentence. So that's masdar, okay, masdar. So think about, and if you want to do a parallel between Arabic grammar and English grammar, think about al masdar. We don't have to as a gerund, just the action of sitting, drinking and visiting, just for the sake of understanding. But then as in English grammar, this sitting can be replaced or alternatively can be used as to sit. At that time, if I want to replace al masdar with al masdar al muawwal, how do I make it? How do I make, or how do I say in Arabic grammar to sit? That's something we will learn today. Particle an, we would bring in particle an. There's an example from the Quran. Namba, you just if you can please bring it up. So particle an too, we would bring particle an, which is called harfu nasbin wa masdariyin. What does that mean? This particle will make or will be followed by fail mudare, and that fail mudare will be mansoob, and together the compound will be called al masdar muawwal. Is that too much information? Let's take a look at it. Uridu, Rada, yuridu, 5 in your pocket, yuridu, turidu, turidu, uridu, nuridu. Uridu means I want. If I want to use just the masdar, kharaja, khurujun, the masdar is khurujun, right. So when I say uridu, is it a transitive verb, mutaddi verb? Do I need an object? Then I bring in the object. An object that I am bringing is just the action of exiting. The object is I am bringing is the action of exiting. So I bring in al masdar al khuruja, uridu al khuruja, I want exiting, right. But if I want to say I want to exit, al masdar al muawwal, interpreted original, just like in English grammar, to sit and sitting, then what do? First I bring uridu and then an, particle an, which means to. I want to. Now I want to, I need an action now. I need an action. And how do I bring an action? I bring the fail mudare, and that fail mudare will be mansoob, because an has this capacity or quality that will make fail mudare mansoob. That's why we call it harfu nasbin. Kharaja yakhruju, kharaja yakhruju, 5 in your pocket, yakhruju, takhruju, takhruju, akhruju, I am exiting, nakhruju, we are exiting, right. So, since I am talking about myself, uridu, I want to, an, then I would use akhruju, but akhruju will become akhruja, because an will make it mansoob, an will make it mansoob, an akhruja. It's in the WhatsApp, ना भाई WhatsApp पे आपने वो शेयर किया था. An akhruja, I want to exit. The example is Bismillah ar-Rahman. This is from Surah Al-Baqarah. In laha, la, indeed Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, la yastahi, is not ashamed or timid, ain yadriba, ain yadriba, an comes, harfun nasbin wa masdarin. What does that mean? To present, masalan, an example, ain yadriba. So this is an example from the Quran. Ma ba'udatan fama fawqaha. So this is an example from Surah Al-Baqarah. Ain yadriba. Why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is using ain yadriba? Because an comes, and daraba yadribu, but an makes it mansoob, ain yadriba, al masdar al muawwal. So coming back to the board, uridu, I want to exit, an comes, akhruju, I want, but then it makes it mansoob, and makes it akhruja. If I want to say you want to exit, I am just making it a bit more colorful now. Rather saying you want to exit, then what should I say? Turidu. You want to exit. Turidu an takhruja. So I would bring a proper mudare form and then make it mansoob, because an is harfun nasbin wa masdarin. Now this compound is called al masdar al muawwal. I can use an akhruja or I can use turidu al khuruja. I can use both. An akhruja, this compound is called al masdar muawwal. What is the grammatical value of what do we use? Fi mahalli, remember, in the place of an harfu nasbin wa masdariyin. Akhruja fi'lun mudari'un mansubun bi fatah. An akhruja al masdar al muawwal fi mahalli nasbin, al masdar al muawwal fi mahalli nasbin maf'ulun bihi. If you can say it like that, you're an MA Arabic. This an akhruja, this compound al masdar al muawwal, is playing the role of maf'ul, the object. Similarly, al khuruja is playing the role of object, maf'ul, and maf'ul we know they are mansoob. So this al masdar muawwal is mansoob in nature, fi mahalli, in the place of nasbin. Now this compound al masdar muawwal can also play a role of fa'il. In that case we will call it fi mahalli rafin. If it plays the role of mudaf alayh, we call it fi mahalli jarrin, right, because we are alternating between al masdar and al masdar muawwal. If I want to say we want to exit, then what should I say? Nuridu an nakhruja, or nuridu al khuruja. Al khuruja will remain al kharuja, right, because it's a verbal noun, right? Nuridu al khuruja, we want exiting. But then if I say we want to exit, nuridu an nakhruja. I hope this culminates.
I found another example.
Another example?
Abasa wa tawalla an jaa.
Abasa wa tawalla an ja'ahu al-ama. To come. Anja, to come to him. Ja'ahu, to come to you. Anjahu, to come to you. Al-ama, blind. Jazakallah Anam bhai. So that's, and Jah is mansoob here. What is that compound? Al-Masdar al-Muawwal. Al-Masdar al-Muawwal. Now we don't have to, when we read the Quran, the point I'm saying is we don't have to go and then start changing the Al-Masdar al-Muawwal that comes in the Quran into Al-Masdar. That's not what we're doing. But all we're saying is Al-Masdar al-Muawwal and Al-Masdar can be used alternatively. But at this time in lesson number 17, Dr. Saab is only teaching us the concept of Al-Masdar al-Muawwal. Okay. But we'll do some practice. Another concept, now harf an, we already know harf an is to particle. What is the function of an? This another concept in lesson number 17, and we'll go to lesson number 17 after that, is lamu ta'lil. Very small concept, and there are examples in the Quran too. If I am doing something or you're doing something for a reason or for a cause, right? Not as an object, for a reason or for a cause. If I go out to wash my face, then there is a reason for me to go out, right? In that case, the reason or the cause for me to explain, I would bring in lamu ta'lil. Li, it's called lam of reason or lam of cause. I've written another statement here. An is hidden in li. So I'll stop here because lamu ta'lil is coming in the lesson. When it comes, then I will explain what I mean by that. An is hidden in lamu ta'lil, but it is not al-Masdar al-Muawwal. Don't confuse it with al-Masdar al-Muawwal. It is a lam of cause, but it has few few qualities of an in it, because lamu ta'lil will be followed by fi'l mudare, and that fi'l mudare will be mansoob just like with an, but it is not al-Masdar al-Muawwal. It is a lam of cause, the reason why certain action has been done. Okay, so let's go to lesson number 17 and try to finish today just the lesson, page number 119, page number 119, and this is a conversation between the teacher and the students. Al-Mudarris, the teacher. Lima, what is the meaning of lima? Why? Lima kharajta min al-fasli ya Ammar. Why did you leave from the class, O Ammar? So teacher is talking to Ammar. Kharajta, he is talking to Ammar directly, and he is asking, why did you leave from the class, O Ammar? Ammar said, kharajtu. Where is the file in kharajtu? Tu is the file. Kharajtu, I left. Li ashraba. Now he left from the class for a reason. There is a cause for him leaving. So for him to explain it to the teacher, he would bring lamu ta'lil, the lam of cause or a reason, and he said li ashraba, to drink al-ma'a, the water. Okay, let's try and analyze this. Okay, kharajtu, I left, li, to. See how I am doing the translation? To drink. It sounds like this is al-Masdar al-Muawwal, to drink, but this is lamu ta'lil. Li ashraba, lam of reason, cause. Don't confuse it with al masdar al muawwal, because he is explaining the reason, the cause of him leaving the class. And an is hidden inside the lam. That's why the particle an is hidden inside the lam. That's why the fi'l mudare will be mansub. There's a slight difference there. Yes, Akbar.
If it said kharajtu an ashrab al-ma, would that be incorrect?
No, because lamut al masdar al muawwal and lamut ta'lil are two different things. Because he's explaining the reason or the cause for him leaving, right? Cause for him leaving. Here, it's not fa'il, it's not maf'ulun bihi, it's not mudaf alayh, it's not playing any other role, but the reason of him leaving. Kharajtu li ashraba al ma'a. Why al ma'a? A question. Maf'ulun bihi for what? Ashraba. You see, ashraba comes to drink, and now he's explaining to drink water. Now, water is coming as a maf'ulun bihi for ashraba. So, I hope the concept of lamu ta'lil is clear now. Then teacher said, now lima, remember in the last, I think in the last class 64, in last class we did ayah where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying lima taquluna ma taf'alun. Why do you say what you don't do? And what kind of ma is that? What kind of ma is that? Ma? No, it's not negation. Ma mausula. Remember ma mausula, ma has different flavors. Ma can come as ma nafiya, as a negation. Ma also can come as a question, ma istafhamiya, and ma can also come as ma mausula. Allahu la ilaha illa huwal hayyul qayyum la ta'khuzuhu sinatun wa la nawm lahu ma fis samawati wa ma fil ard. That ma is not negation, my friends. That ma is not istafhamiya. It's not questioning what is in earth and in the heavens. It's not question. It is not the negation. It is ma mausula. Shayyun allazi, whatever is in it, in the heavens and in whatever is in the earth. Lahu ma fis samawati wa ma fil ard. And what follows a ma after ma? Silatul ma mausula, silatul mausul, right? Remember? Anyways, we'll do it. So lima taquluna ma taf'alun. Then al mudarris said, walima kharaja yasirun ma'aka. And why did Yasir went with you? Ammar said, huwa kharaja, he left, li yaghsila wajha hu. Now what kind of lam is this? Lamu ta'lil, lam of reason. So Yasir left, he left to wash what? Wajha, maf'ulun bihi, wajha hu, his face. Humayun said, ya ustaz, O teacher, ana uridu. Al masdar al-muawwal came. Ana uridu, I want what? An ajlisa. What kind of compound is that? An ajlisa. Al masdar al-muawwal. Particle an comes. Now, this particle al masdar al-muawwal is playing a role of a noun. What is the grammatical value of an akhraja? An ajlisa. Maf'ulun bihi fi mahalli nasbin, maf'ul, right? Because uridu comes, ana uridu, I want to sit, huna, there, amamaka, in front of you. Okay, I'm only going to focus on al masdar al muawwal. Now an ajlisa comes, right? An harfu nasbin wa masdariyin, ajlisa fi'lun mudari'un mansubun bi fatah. An ajlisa al masdar al muawwal fi mahalli nasbin maf'ulun bihi. Can it be replaced by al masdar an ajlisa? Can I replace this compound of al masdar muawwal with al masdar? Can I do that? Yes. What should I? Al jalusa. If I would have to if I have to replace it, or I would say al jalusa, right? Al jalusa, just for the practice. I can also say ana uridu al jalusa huna amamaka, in front of you. Maq'adi, my seat, ba'idun anka, is far from you. I am not analyzing this one. Wamin hunaka, and from over there, la ara, I don't see, I don't see. Ma taktubu ala saburati, what kind of ma is that? I no, okay. La ara, nafi already, negation already came. Negation already came. We did an ayah last time. Remember, I forgot about what the ayah was. Where la abudu ma ta'budun. La abudu ma ta'budun. Remember that ayah? La an-nafiya. Abudu, I don't worship. Ma, what kind of ma is that? Ma mawsula. And what follows ma mawsula? Silatul mawsul. Where is silatul mawsul? Ta'budun. Complete jumla failure. Ta'budun is a complete jumla failure, complete verbal sentence. And this is, so that ma was not. So relate that ayah to this sentence, for example, wamin hunaka, and from over there, la ara, I don't see. Ma taktubu ala saburati shayun allazi, whatever you write on the board. Where is the silatul mawsul? Taktubu ala saburati. The complete jumla failure is coming as a silatul mawsul. Now, we have said this concept so many times. Allazi, allazina, allati, allati, like all those ismu mawsula comes in the Quran all the time, and always when these ismu mawsula comes in the Quran, you would always will find silatul mawsul followed by it. Okay, you will always say silatul mawsul, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not going to keep things ambiguous. There is no ambiguity in Quran. So similarly, ma mawsula will be followed by silatul mawsul. Al-Mudarris said, okay, Al-Mudarris said, yumkinuka, amkana mean it becomes possible. Yumkinuka, it is possible for you, an tajlisa, for you to sit, huna al-ana, there, here, right now, here now. Now, if this is just for information. If we remember it, that's fine. Amkana is a 4-letter verb. Amkana yumkinu. Amkana yumkinu. Yumkinu, this special verb will have proper file, and that file is most of the time al-masdar al-muawwal, but if you don't remember it, don't worry, because it's a very small little thing. So here, yumkinuka, it is possible for you. What is the grammatical value of ka? Khalid bhai? Maful. Remember, the mirun muttasilun, attached pronouns, when they attach themselves to a verb, they are objects. I see blanks. So this is mafulun bihi. It is possible for you, an tajlisa, for you to sit. Now this sitting here is, to sit is al-masdar al-muawwal fi mahalli rafin, file, is playing a role of file. The action, the sitting is file. Now can I remove an tajlisa with al-masdar? Yes. See, I'm just throwing curveballs here and there so that we understand it. Can I change this an tajlisa with al-masdar? Yes. Al-julusu, because file, it's file, it's not al-julusa anymore, it should be al-julusu. So this is beautiful. Huna al-ana, there, here, right now. Haza maqadun Hamza, this is the seat of Hamza. Wa huwa ghaibun, and he is absent. Munzun, since, usbu'in, 1 week. Munzun is your harf jar, Usbu'in is your ism majroor. I'm not going and analyzing every single sentence here. Let's focus on al-masdar al-muawwal. Isma'u ya banai. Isma'u, what it reminds us. Isma'u. Amar, yes. Isma'u, fail Amar. Isma'u, listen, ya banai, O my children. The teacher is saying, O my children. Tabda'u. Bada'a, yabda'u. Tabda'u, to begin. Tabda'u utlatu. Utlatu saifi, summer vacation. Utlatu mean vacation, as saifi summer. Utlatu saifi, summer vacations are beginning. Ba'da sha'rin, after a month. Aina tazhabuna fi hazil utlati. Where are you all going in these vacations? Now, why we are using hazihi? Because utlatu is feminine, ta marbuta, right? I'm not going to analyze this sentence here. We all know tazhabuna is fail mudare and waw is the file. Ba'du tullabin, some of the students said, nuridu, we want, an nazhaba, we want to go, al masdar al muawwal fi mahalli nasbin mafulun bihi, we want to go ila biladina, to our countries. Ila, to, harf jar, biladi ism majroor, wa huwa mudaf and na mudaf alayh. You know, a lot of people, they play crosswords, or there's a Japanese sukudu or something. If you want to increase your IQ, this is what it is. Recite Quran, memorize Quran, analyze Quran, ponder upon these ayahs. There is nothing better than this. Forget about all those things. If you can analyze these sentences or the ayahs of Quran, I assure you your IQ will go up. I assure you. Even in your work, or if you're a student, you would see that any issue come to you, any problem, you'll find the solution. Your mind is so trained, you will immediately get to a solution. Different options, come up with different options. Al-Mudarris said, Aina turidu an tazhaba, where are an tazhaba, you are going to go, where are you, anta ya Hashim, where are you going, O Hashim, turidu an tazhaba, al-masdar. Now, an tazhaba is al-masdar al-muawwal. Can I replace it with al-masdar? Yes. And then is az-zahaba. Now, this is a different pattern of al-masdar. Like, remember, there are 40 patterns. We only see 3 patterns. There is another pattern, az-zahaba. So, Hashim said, Uridu an azhaba, I want to go ila Misra, to Egypt. Al-Mudarris, lima turidu an tazhaba ila Misra, why you want to go to Misr? Hashim said, Uridu, I want. Now, Dr. Saab is bringing Uridu, Turidu, Nuridu, all singular, first person singular, second person singular, third person singular. Chapter number 17 is all about the singular. But then what, and then this is just a curveball, and the next lesson, which is lesson number 18, he is bringing plurals. And how do we make plural mansub? Remove the noon. Right? We remove the noon, and then we will practice that, right? We know we remove the noon. Noon is a sign of it being marfu. Once we remove it, then it becomes mansub. So, but in lesson number 17, it's all singular. Hashim said, Uridu an azhaba ila Misra, I want to go to Egypt, li azura. Now, his action of going to Misr is because the reason for him going is la mutali li azura, to visit. To visit. Akhi, his brother, allazi, the one who is yadrusu fi Jamiat al-Azhari, who studies in University of Al-Azhar. Zara yazuru, 5 year in your pocket, yazuru, tazuru, tazuru, azuru, nazuru. So now he is talking about, so azuru become azura after lamu talil li azura. Al mudarris said wa aina turidu, and wa aina turidu an tazhaba anta ya Yusuf, and where are you going, O Yusuf? Yusuf said uridu an azhaba ila Londana, I want to go to London. Al mudarris said ala turidu an tazhaba ila biladika, harfu istifham come, are you not going to your country? Ala turidu an tazhaba, are you not going to ila baladika, to your country? Yusuf said naam, yes. Now did anybody notice anything here? Okay, remember when a question is asked, very good, Sardar Sahab, 10 out of 10. When a question is asked in negation, the answer is bala, but why he is using naam here? See, Dr. Sahab is very clever. Okay, when a question is asked, the rule is the question is asked in negation, and if the answer is negation, is affirmation, the answer is affirmation. Now the teacher is saying Allah turidu an tazhaba ila, are you not going to your country? And if he agrees with that negation and affirmation, then he said bala, of course I am not going to my country. But here he is agreeing with the negation, that he is not going. So he, instead of using bala, he say naam. So it's a concept of affirmation and negation. Yusuf said naam, yes. La uridu an azhaba ila baladi hazihi sanata. La uridu, I don't want, an azhaba, to go, al masdar al muawwal fi mahalli nasbin maf'ulun bihi, ila, to, baladi, to my country, hazihi sanata, to this year. Uridu, I want, an azhaba, to go, ila Londana, I want to go to London. Now li comes, li adrusa, lamu talil, like to learn, li adrusa al lugha, to learn what? Al lughata, the language, al ankiliziyata, English language, not hunaka, over there. Is it good, Inam bhai? Okay. Then al mudarris said ala yumkinuka, is it not possible for you, an tadrusa, to learn, al lughat al inkiliziyata, the English language, fi baladika, in your country? Is it not possible for you? So he is not agreeing with the answer is not affirmation, the answer is in negation. So he is using naam, no, it is not possible. Naam, la yumkinuni, it is not possible. La yumkinuni zalika, it is not possible for that. It is not possible that for him, it is not possible. Li anna, what is li anna? Because, li plus anna, because, right, because li anna is min akhwatu inna. So what are we looking for? Ismu li anna. Where is ismu li anna? Ahla. Because ahla baladi, people of my country, ahla, people of my country, ahla baladi yadrusuna, learn al-lughat al-faransiya, French language, wala, and they don't yadrusuna al-lughat al-ingliziyati, they don't learn English language. This is let's try and analyze this sentence here, even though we are not. La, what kind of la is this? La nafiya, right? La nafiya. Yumkinuni, it is not possible for me. La yumkinuni, it is not possible for me. What is the grammatical value of ya mutakallam here? Mafulun bihi, mafulun bihi, right? Damir muttasil. And what did we say about amkana? Amkana will come with a proper file. Where is that file? Zalika. Zalika is the file. Zalika is mabni, right? It is marfu. Is it marfu? Yes, it is marfu because it is mabni. Zalika has only one uniform. Lianna, because ahla is your ismu, lianna mansub, wahuwa mudaf, people of my country, ahla baladi, people of my country, ahla baladi. Ahla is your ismu lianna mansub, wahuwa mudaf, baladi mudaf alayh, wahuwa mudaf, and ya mutakallim mudaf alayh. Is everyone with me? Yeah, good. Yadrusuna, fi'lun mudari'un marfu'un bi sabuti noon, ana fa'ilun. Where is file? Wow is the file. Al-lughata maf'ulun bihi, al-faransiyata naat mansub, wala wow ataf, la nafiya comes again, yadrusuna, the al-lughata is your maf'ulun bihi, mansub, al-inkiliziyata is your naat. Al-mudarris said fi ayyi kulliyatin turidu, in which faculty, fi ayyi kulliyatin turidu an tadrusa fil amil muqbali ya Marwan. Now let's translate that. In which faculty you want to study, actually to study al masdar al muawwal fil amil muqbali, in the coming year, ya Marwan, o Marwan. Okay. Marwan said, uridu, I want, an adrusa, I want to study, fi kulliyatis shariyati, I want to study in the faculty of Sharia, jurisprudence. Can I remove the, yes?
I just wanted to ask, like the word been used here for coming year. Because I know like just the word qabl would mean before, but for it to turn to the coming year, what is the grammar used behind this? Like I understand how that happened, but I don't understand why.
Muqbal means coming year. So what is the question?
So the root word of this would be qabl, right? Meaning before.
Qabala.
So how does before?
Muqbal is the coming.
So like the meme implies that it's the future tense?
Yes, in the coming year, in the coming year. Yes. Al-Mudarris said, fi ayyi kulliyatin turidu an tadrusa anta ya Musa, in which faculty you want to study, O Musa. Musa said, la yumkinuni. Now Musa is saying, la yumkinuni, it is not possible for me, an adrusa, to study bil jamayati, in the university, fi amil muqbali, in the coming year. He said that. Why? Zalika, that, li annani, because I, li anna, because. And what is this second noon doing here? It is noonul wiqaya, to protect the ya mutakallim, right? And ya mutakallim is your mafulun bihi, so no, sorry, not mafulun bihi, ismul li anna mansub, right Khalid bhai, is it is ismul li anna mansub. That is because I maridun. Maridun is khabar li anna. Khabar li anna is always marfu. Khabar li anna is always marfu, because that is because I am sick. Wa uridu, and I want an azhaba, to go, ila, to al wilayatil mutahiddati, to the United States, lil ilaj, lil ilaj, for treatment, right, for treatment. Al mudarris said shafakallahu, shafakallahu, may Allah give you shifa. Now if Musa would not be in front of teacher and the teacher would be giving this dua to somebody who is the third person singular, what would he say? Shafahullahu. But and if the teacher is giving this dua to two people in front of him, what would he say? Shafakumallah, kuma. If it is more than two, then shafakumullahu. If the person in front of him is feminine singular, shafahallahu. You use proper damir muttasil when you making the dua. But usually when we say shafakallahu, without even thinking who are we giving the dua to, right? We just say, if a person who is in front of me and that's a feminine, shafakillahu,
Like sometimes when we said Jazakallah.
Jazakallah, we just Jazakallah to our sisters. Yeah. Umro said, Ya Ustad, O teacher, Yakadul Jarasu Yarinnu. The bell, Kada Yakadu. Kada is a deficient weak verb. It comes in Quran to Yakadul Barku wa Yakhtafu, right? Kada will have a proper file. Sorry, ism kada. Yakadul Barku. Al Barku is the ism kada. So where is the ism kada here? Al Jarsu, the bell. Yarinnu, khabar kada, about to ring. Arju, Raja, the verb is Raja, the meaning is it is possible or permit. Antasmaha, for you to permit, lana bil khuruj, for us to exit. Oh, sorry, I hope. I hope. Arju, Raja. Raja is Jazakallah, Sadar bhai. Raja means he hoped. Raja yarju, he hopes. 5 in your pocket. Yarju, tarju, arju, narju. Arju, I hope. Right? I hope. Antasmaha, samaha means he permitted. Yasmahu, tasmahu. But when an comes, the particle an comes, it will come antasmaha, for you to permit. I hope you permit. Lana, to us. Bil khuruji, to exit. Al khuruji, oh al khuruji. What is al khuruji? Al masdar. Now Akbar, can I change al khuruji with al masdar al muawwal? Exactly. An nakhruja, bi an nakhruja, because we are talking about us, right? An nakhruja. Alana, now I hope you permit us to exit. Now qabla, now this qabla comes before أن يخرج to exiting الطلاب الآخرون another students before the exiting of other students. Al-Mudarris said, and it is true, 5 minutes, technically 5 minutes left for our class too. Baqiya salasu daqaiq, you know, actually no, salasu 3 minutes, so we have 4 or 5 minutes left, I think. Baqiya salasu daqaiqa baqa baqiya remains salasu 3 daqaiqa minutes. Yumkinukumul khuruju. Okay. Amkana yumkinukum. It is possible for you all. Kum is mafulun bihi. Al khuruju. Why al khuruju? It is masdar. Al khuruju. It is the file for amkana yumkinu. Can I change this al khuruju with al masdar al muawwal? Yes. What would be the al masdar al muawwal? That would be a curveball. Now we are talking about second person plurals. An comes, yes. Remove the noon. Takhruju, an takhrujuna, you all exiting, you all leaving, but then when an comes it will be takhruju, because takhruju fe'lun mudari'un mansubun bi hazfi noon.
I think that is where you wanted to write the mudari form. Takhruju. Is that the reason we wrote the mudari form last week?
Oh no, those ajlisu and those are only first person. They were all first person.
But this takhrujuna will be mudari.
It will be more, but it's plurals. Takhruju. Let me just write that down. An takhruju. Oh, whatever that is. Whatever that is. Al-ana. Ukhruju. What is ukhruju? Fi'l amar. Bihudu in quietly. Ukhruju, exit. You all exit quietly. And ukhruju is your fi'l amar. Where is the file in ukhruju? Wow. How do I make amar? We have 1 or 2 minutes left, I think. Takhrujuna. Let's do the surgery for sorry. تخرجون فعل مضارع مرفوع بثبوت نون. The evidence of it being marfu is because of noon. So let's make it mudare. What is the first thing we do? It is mudare. The sign of it being mudare is the ta. So I remove the ta. Right? Now The ain kalima has the sakoon. What should I do? Bring hamzatul wasal. What is on the ain kalima? Dhamma. So I put a dhamma there. But then we know amar is always no, not mansoob. Madzum, yeah, madzum. So make it madzum, remove the noon. Ukhruju. But then to protect this waw, I bring alif al waqaya. Why we do that? Because some cases ataf comes, and when ataf comes, they both join, and then it destroys. Because I have to protect, waw is the file, I have to protect the file. I cannot destroy the file. So sometimes if the ataf comes, that's where the rule is to bring alaful wiqaya. So ukhruju. That brings us end to lesson number 17. Exercises we'll do it inshallah in the next class number 66. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها لها ما كسبت وعليها ما اكتسبت ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا وأخطأنا ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.